Go ahead. Now go.
All right, welcome back to M&A&D&D episode 94. Heading out is what we're gonna call it. Last we left, the party had kind of broken. I should say, split up in terms of going to different parts of the great city of WaterDeep. Some to research, others to blow off steam. Joined for the first time in a while by Darth Farius, Astrid, Val, and Darfarius and Liam all went slumming and found a shady bar. Unlike one that probably they've ever seen before, some of them ever seen before, is this one is kind of catered to the gambling crowd with this giant kind of pit in the middle, fighting pit. Asked to participate, Astrid hopped in and did what she does best, followed by Defarius, who had been getting taunted by a Minotaur for far too long. Liam, taking full advantage of the crowd, kind of frenzied him up in order to make a nice little winnings. But that day ended quickly as the horns kind of blew and attention was drawn again back towards the giant castle, the center of the city, or the north end of the city. You guys all kind of made your way back where you met with Ramilla, who had ushered you to your room to kind of inform you that things had changed on the Sword Coast. So we're going to go ahead and pick up from there. Back in your familiar room that you guys had been held up in, given quarters by the king himself, Ramilla stands in front of you, and those who know her close see a hint of anxiousness, whereas the rest of you kind of just see her like very stoic and brave, carrying herself in just like the normal manner that you always have. Almost a little uncomfortable how nothing seems to phase her. I think Astrid and maybe even Val at this point see just a hint of anxiousness in her face. Seems as though some of the reinforcement we had sent to WaterDeep fell to, or not WaterDeep, to Boulder's Gate. Fell prey to some attacks. We're getting reports of some pretty mysterious, something quite large, something very unusual. Some of our survivors said that a wind came in across the water, covered the sky, and forced a lot of the airships into the watery abyss. When the storm cleared, there was a bit of carnage. There was quite a bit of the army and the help that we had sent was salvaged, though. Some want to chalk this up as just an act of nature, but I think we know better.
When she's describing
You
this,
suspect?
oh, sorry.
Are you suspecting that dragon element may be in play right here?
The dragon attacks have been bold. Dragon attacks have never used the cover of night or storm or dark or any of those. They attack with a sense of creating fear. This this doesn't seem this doesn't seem like a dragon attack from what I've gathered, and of course, I've probably gathered more than enough information. None of the wreckage seemed to have claw marks, any kind of bites. I certainly wouldn't say that a dragon attack is what caused it.
When she's describing this, the only thing I could think of was, in terms of our history, um, does this sound anything like the blue dragon that originally attacked Phandalin, or does this sound like a different when the blue? This sounds different than how the blue dragon showed up because he made his presence very known, right?
Who you asking?
DM.
I can't answer that.
I guess I'm asking is like when going back to the Phandalin encounter, the blue dragon was he made his appearance like he was just sitting there in the middle of
he announced himself and had a conversation.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ramira just told us that in her information and the study after an analysis, like doesn't look like a dragon element.
Yeah.
So I think we should.
I'm just trying to think of anything that could be like a storm. There's only a few dragons left that we didn't encounter recently, and that's one of them.
Malia, or Mila, do you think? Sorry, do you know of any other forces, be it magical or even druidic, that would try to align themselves against the Lord's Alliance and our troops that might have the power to bend nature in this way?
Certainly, we've heard of powerful druids in the past who have been able to conjure up storm elements. Certainly, there's been, stories of old. The storm giants in the Cloud Castle, for instance, was.
That's what I was wondering about. Is that's the only other thing kind of dealt with?
I mean, last we left them, they went north, but
yeah, and
circled around.
With everything, I've continued to keep an eye in their general direction. We don't believe them to have moved out of the spine of the world. I would not necessarily pin it on those particular storm giants. But something similar to what you've encountered with them isn't out of the realm of possibility, certainly.
How's the defenses of Baldur's Gate holding up?
It's strong. One of the things is this attack took place over open water before they reach Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate remains, heavily guarded, and one of the reasons why we had sent our help down there is because the outlying lands leading to Baldur's Gate, we wanted to reinforce. Baldur's Gate itself is going to remain a stronghold for, we can only imagine, centuries, unless things go really awry.
I know there's still a lot of crews that are recovering from this carnage, but if you have anything about the crew of Tom Petty, how are they?
They just left, though,
Fortunately,
right? Oh, is this... They would have been down there for that, or...
this
Okay.
they would have potentially been a part of this, and we haven't. I asked specifically if they had received any word about Tom Petty, and fortunately, I have nothing to report as of this moment.
That's all right. We understand.
Upon hearing that, I can bring out the sending stone that goes to the captain.
What's the range?
Infinite. It doesn't have range.
Infinite.
Yeah, as long as they're on the same plane, there's not a risk of it failing. Someone has to be on the other side, and it doesn't mean that anyone on the other side will use it, but it's a walkie-talkie of infinite range. And so I'll just say, Captain, we just heard what happened at Baldur's Gate. We just want to make sure you and the crew are okay. Can you give us a status update? Do you need help?
No reason. Well, it looks like I
Right.
don't. Maybe we don't need you to open your mouth, Romero, but we can kind of guess why you have recalled us to the castle. Is your intention to request us to go on a rescue and I guess like scout mission about this carnage?
I certainly don't want to send you all south. I think what has happened has happened. There are much more pressing matters. I will continue to keep my lines open to hear more about what has befallen Thom Petty and the crew. But no, I don't wish to send you in that direction.
Then state your intentions then. Well, the entire tincture.
So formal, Valen. My intention was to bring you what may be troubling news.
The captain and the crew are very adaptable, and I'm sure that they've done every situation. Until we hear for certain, let's just have.
Sorry, what was the last sentence?
Until we know for certain, just have faith.
Indeed. Now, the council has been meeting. Certainly, we've put in place some dominoes in order to reconcile with our friends, the Metallics. It is weighing heavily on a lot of minds downstairs at that table. Their presence on the hill only adds to that. The conversation you all had with the king, it may have seemed harsh and problematic at first, but to understand that the conversation wasn't going to be easy, and it seems to have made its way through a lot of walls, like water dripping through the cracks, and it's trickled down into a lot of different places. Don't get too full of yourselves, but I think you've influenced quite a bit of hearts and minds downstairs at that table of very hard-headed people. I hear that some of their own volition are now looking to make amends, looking to return some of their ill-gotten gains. But some are still stubborn. I did get word that we've had some spies tell us that one of the senior members of the Dragon Cult is looking to defect.
Can
That
sorry.
no, go ahead.
Do we know who, and can we trust a defector from the Dragon Cultist, and particularly a high-level one?
My answer is that I don't entirely trust any of you.
That's always a good answer, I guess. I guess and I'm sorry if you were going to answer this, but while it's on the top of my mind, I guess the reason that they want to defect is the best reason to trust them, or trust their intentions, or trust how they'll act. So do we know their reasons for defecting?
Seems as though it's just a philosophical split between the cultist intention, and I think it usually boils down to the amount of bloodshed one is willing to spend, and how much gold and power they get in return.
Last question.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Last question I was going to have is, like, has contact been made, and do we know what they want in exchange?
They're offering up a dragon mask in return to safe passage to WaterDeep.
Which?
Okay.
Which one? Which of the dragon masks are they offering?
Yeah, they got a 1-in-5 chance to be wrong.
I believe this is the white dragon mask.
Oh, that might be the person who stole it. Because the white's the one that went missing. Green's already been taken. We don't know what happened to blue and red.
Yeah. We very well know the whereabouts of the black dragon.
Well, we did.
So, other than this supposed dragon offered, what are the terms of this meeting? Where do we need? who is supposed to go.
Maybe this will help. She hands over a slip of paper that reads, and I'll allow, since you're asking, you can go ahead and read it.
Boy, I read it out. Group. You don't know me, but we can help each other immeasurably. My name is Iskander, and I made a terrible mistake in joining the Cult of the Dragon. The cult's horrifying plans are sure to bring down doom to us all, but I can stop those plans with your help. Rescue me from the cult's clutches, and I will deliver you the prize of prizes, the blue dragon mask. Without it, Seravan faces an insurmountable setback in his effort to call Tiamat back to our world. The mask is here in Zorthal's tower, being studied and guarded by only a handful of wizards, including myself. The danger of my treason becoming known grows with every passing day, and when discovered, I'll surely be killed. Please hurry for the sake of everyone and everything you value.
Do we know where Zolthal's tower is?
Hey, Ramilla, where's this Zolthal's tower? Zonthal's tower, sorry. Dyslexia is a hell of a drug.
Wait. Oh, there is an N in it.
I think when we all consult with
Like Zolthal.
with the Enclave from the Brotherhood, they'll be able to tell us a little bit more about the location.
Is this meeting known? I'm assuming this meeting is the king, even though I like to work with our other benefactors.
It is of our opinion that a small team and very few should know about this. I think if we came by Zonathal's tower with a army or approach it in a way that we can be seen from afar, then we can expect any knowledge to be gained and certainly the blue mask to disappear.
Understood.
This is going to be a matter which should be delicate, and the infiltration
Stealth and
should be
dagger
as
information.
stealthy as possible. Which is why I did not recommend mergers and acquisition. But
Knowing our reputation, I wouldn't blame you.
you've certainly gained favor with enough people downstairs that, or they wouldn't mind seeing you dispatched. She just grins,
Oh,
kind of
So
slyly.
we are just the pawns to be expanded. Such a water.
Or we just know too much.
I'm only kidding. It seems as though you all take these matters too serious.
Well, we did just have that interview with the king, so you can't blame us
Oh yeah,
for.
no,
Try to kill us.
I don't think he would mind if he never heard from you all again.
Ramilla,
There you go.
if this is a
Crap.
a light touch situation,
Mhm.
Get in, get out, get this person out of there. It seems like Zonthal's tower is a location that's being utilized to some effect by the dragon cultists. Maybe not everyone there, but some people there, enough to make him worry that he has other cultists around him, right? But if we're supposed to just get in, get him off premises, and get out, you don't want us to do anything else to disrupt or make our presence there known other than to get him out as best we can. Is that my understanding? This is an extraction mission, not a blow shit up mission.
I would say this is a rescue mission. Extraction, although I greatly appreciate everything you've done for us, is maybe above your pay grade.
Oh, I wasn't saying extract, getting the person out, not like extracting them from the
Right.
premises, not.
No, I was implying that I imagine getting him out alive is the best we can do. Getting in and out unheard of? Well, you all are adorable.
If we can disrupt any Dragon Cult activity while we're there on the way in and out, we're not offending anybody.
We want Iskender out. We want the blue dragon mask. What you do after you have them in your clutches
Gotcha.
is fine.
Well, you talked about the Brotherhood would know the location of this place. Then, I guess, team, maybe we should get on moving.
Does the Brotherhood know that we're like our intentions, or should we keep it vague?
There are two within the Brotherhood. We have no reason to believe that the Brotherhood that you've helped bring into the fold have any reason other than any reason to betray us.
Right.
Certainly don't mention why you need to be there, but yeah, use discretion, please.
As much need to know as possible. Who are the two that
Certainly.
you were speaking to, so we can try to seek them out when we're there? Yes, type up first. Much easier this way.
Lankar and Glisk will be more than willing to help you. Head downstairs, go past the table in the northern end, head up those winding staircases. I believe they have a room in the tower across from us.
Convenient. Anyone else have anything before we go?
Val will try to be.
We can give you guys the room. We don't have to be like if you guys need to talk.
There is
proper
food
stuff.
downstairs. You guys look like you could use some. She kind of points at the door. Those of you willing to head down to get some food may. The first one out the door is Darfarius, followed by Vamel as they head down the winding staircase to grab some grub.
You guys can go on ahead. I have a question. Not as concerned. Harp assignment.
Awkward moments go by as Val says, "Please leave," and then Liam and Valen stand there.
No, I'll leave. I'll start heading out.
Okay. Valen, did you have anything else to ask, or are you gonna head out?
No, I'm just gonna go and get some chowden before we take off.
Okay. The two remaining in the room are Astrid and Val.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still like muddy and bloody, so I think he'll take that cue to
Go into your
Muddy
own
and
room.
bloody.
yeah,
That's a
to
good status
sneak
description.
sneak away and at least change clothes.
Okay. Uh, Astrid kind of like dips back into her room, and you hear. I'm gonna say pouring of water. What do they use? Basins.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Aren't you wearing your shift weave and stuff?
Her
Well,
her
yeah.
clothes get shift weave, but she's got blood all over her knuckles and face.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
so you just
I
hear
mean, there
like the
was a-
pouring of yeah.
They do usually
Yeah.
run like a bath, I think, generally, right? I'm going off Witcher here.
Yeah, you walk into your room and you do see like this copper tub full of water and stuff. You're not surprised to walk in on this, as it seems like the castle seems to be aware of everybody's kind of ins and outs, and so you find a bath waiting for you. Meanwhile, in that large kind of shared space, Val stands across from Ramilla.
Um, forgive me if I'm overstepping, but something seems bothering more our assignment.
Dave, you keep cutting
Wait.
in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Sorry, forgive me if I'm overstepping, but something seems to be bothering you more than our just current assignment that you were talking about.
Bothering me? Is that? I'm sorry. Are you saying bothering Ramilla?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I'm
how do you gather?
Anxious that get off.
Oh, indeed. Well, I'm glad it was maybe lost on the others, but not lost on you. It's concerning that our transports headed south were attacked. Especially in the manner that they were, and in the location they were, in between here and Baldur's Gate. I worry that maybe we have spies in the mist. Somehow word got out much quicker than it should have.
So you're suspecting
You're not there. Valen's at the door. He didn't really leave.
No, sorry.
So
No.
you're suspecting.
No,
Food
I'm
in his
just
mouth.
sorry. I was thinking out loud. My bad. I was thinking out
Okay.
loud.
Like he's just like outside of the door making noises, like he's going downstairs, and then he just peeks his head around the corner.
No. I at this moment I'm enjoying the honey and the cheese downstairs, so I don't care.
Bless you.
Well, it concerns me with the speed that they're escalating some of the attacks on our southern borders.
But this mobilization, this was not done. See,
Move the mic closer to your mouth.
I'm not.
Does it have? Are you on an arm?
Yeah, I'm on an arm. It's over my keyboard. Like it's.
You can literally watch it on this video. You're not catching it to turn on for your voice. It's just
Okay.
like
Anyways,
beginning and end of your voices not being heard.
How's that? Is that any better?
So far.
so far,
Is that any better?
holy shit! Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't. Anyways.
No, that's amazing. That's way better.
Oh god, I lost my train of thought. Okay. The
leaving wasn't secret.
Yeah. So the mobilization of the alliance's resources wasn't done in secret. That was a decree from the king across the entire of the city.
Certainly wasn't stealthy, right? About 100 airships taking to the sky.
But
Hard to keep under wraps.
But the fact that something had the capability to
Mobilize.
thwart that mobilization already in place where it was in place is what's concerning, because they must have had some kind of knowledge of where to set that up ahead of time.
I think their ability to intercept the flight path is what's concerning to me. You can query that someone here in the city sees the mobilization of 100 and so airships loaded with soldiers, armaments, supplies, right? They can give word to the cultists and saying we're on the move. They can work the docks and even know that we're headed south towards Baldur's Gate. The fact that they can counter it so quickly is what I find alarming. It was not done in the dark of night. It was not done discreetly. That's not what bothers me. It's the mobilization of the counter.
How long of a trip from Waterdeep to where the attack happened? How long of a trip was that? Because it's a couple of days by airship to get to Baldur's Gate.
It takes about 4 days. And we were countered. It's only been about a day's time.
Do you have any leads or thoughts on who might be leaking this information, or where we might start to look if we have the time and resources to do so?
I think that's part of why I'm so concerned. I think that's the question. One of the questions I'm pondering most.
Hey, Viva, can you update the Twitch
Yep,
stream?
I'm looking into it.
Sorry, I just realized it. As you were.
No, I can't do two things at once. So you guys got to now roleplay. Literally, when you ask the question, is when
here washing up, and
David asked my question. You asked the question at the same time, and then my answer was like, "Yep." I don't know how to do two things at once.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. I'm walking down the hall to and then getting lost a bit and asking random people. I think they said it was over here. Fuck. I wish I was paying attention more. And I'm just gonna try to figure my way out to the Arcane Brotherhood. But it's gonna take me a little bit longer than it should be.
And then, to my knowledge, I don't think we had any more information on the Drakenhorn or the location of the White Dragon Mask, but now we have.
You guys just real quick.
Oh, those were questions for her. So, Valen and Liam eating cheese and stuff. Take it away.
I already said I was walking into the thing.
I guess so currently we have all of us here are in different, like completely different locations.
We are in all different locations, but we can kind of free chat real quick. So
sure.
I guess right now I assume we just keep going through with the rescue mission for the Blue Dragon Mask. Before we go too far, I want to call, using Sending Stone, call into Phandalin and check in there and just give them a heads up that, hey, some suspicious stuff has happened recently. Be wary of any major storms heading their way and just to be prepared. And then, I mean, I want to go eventually hunt down whoever did this to our crew, but it doesn't seem like it's in the cards right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
We also don't have a ship to go find whatever the sea, so.
Well, I think hopefully the Brotherhood can help us with that.
Well, I'm just saying, if we were to go look for something that was a problem, I'm just saying it'd be difficult to go do it right now. So
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's something about to come later. We're just kind of free talking about stuff right now to fill the time.
Okay. Sorry.
We're all in different places, so.
Like all four of our characters are in completely different rooms, so
the
we
only
could
people that could
together.
possibly be in the same rooms are people that aren't here.
Okay, so where are we picking up at? Sorry, guys.
You and David.
David, what was your question again?
So sorry. Last I heard, we didn't have any new information on the Drakenhorn and the White Dragon Mask, but now we have new information on the Blue Dragon Mask. Has there been any new information on or new leads on the other two artifacts, relics that we've been chasing down to try and stop the cult of the dragon's rituals?
No, unfortunately, it seems as though getting our hands on these dragon masks is, I think, is going to slow whatever it is that they have planned. By the way, where's the dragon mask that you possessed?
I've turned it over to the Metallic Dragon Council. It's apparently part of the reparations that they have requested in order to gain their assistance.
You see her just stand stern. You handed it over to the dragons.
The Metallic Dragons.
The dragons.
If we're going to generalize it like that, it's no better or worse than handing it over to another human.
Maybe you're right. Certainly is in our best interest to gain favor with the Metallic Dragons, but that's a risk. She turns her back to you. She has a lot of faith in you. And I have a lot of faith in her. She turns back towards you. Okay. What is done is done. I need you to focus all on Xanthal Tower. I will continue to look into the attacks on our reinforcements. We have a delegate coming from far east. I don't expect this to be pleasant. But hopefully when you return, if you return from Xanthal, you can help us with our next problem, right?
Well, we will always offer our assistance where we can. But who is this delegate that is... this meeting is happening with? Is that anything of...
You'll know soon enough. Trust me. When I know more, you'll know less. And it just kind of smiles.
Yeah, that's generally how this goes.
Now, unless you have anything more for me, I need to speak with Astrid.
I will cautiously bow out as to not run the risk of just
Her shanking you.
being anywhere near her in her room. And Val's just gonna walk away.
As you bow out of the room, she walks over to the door to Astrid's room and knocks.
Who is it?
He's gone. It's me.
It's unlocked.
Of course. She enters your room. In a matter of respect, kind of enters and then goes directly to a window to look out it and has her back to you. In order to give you some privacy while you talk. Astrid, from what I heard, and rumors are rumors. Did you have a little bit of trouble in this fight yesterday? Or earlier today?
What is time? I knew you'd know.
I'm only concerned that carrying these oafs has slowed you down. Are the rumors true?
For the most part.
I also heard your friend made a pretty penny off of you almost losing.
Wouldn't doubt it.
I guess what I'm asking is, the next time I see you in the ring, should I wager accordingly?
I don't know. This assignment has been different from the ones you've given me in the past. And it's not... It's cast outs that I've never really had up until this point.
Astrid, it's not doubts that you're running across. When you came to us, the appeal you had was that you could be alone. But your strength has always come from being with others. You don't talk about your past, Very little. When you do, you don't talk about your adventures alone. You talk about the time with your family. You talk about your time with the travelers that of Tyr that found you. You have many talents, and I've been happy to utilize them in many ways. But I wanted to give you something back. And whether you realize it or not, it's to find a family again. Don't doubt yourself. You've only become stronger. You've only become braver. And in
What
truth,
happens when all of that gets taken away again?
well, you can go back to pretending that you're happier alone. Just like I do. Just like most of the Harpers do.
We are a sad little group, aren't we?
Pathetic in many ways. Also, I need you to babysit the crap out of these idiots. And you've done a good job so far.
Well, they still have all the limbs that they were handed to me with.
Yeah,
So
I've noticed they've lost less limbs.
yeah.
That's quite the achievement.
Mm.
Although, we'll see. This battle's not yet done.
They're not done either. They have strengths that are still awaiting to be discovered. I'm sure you've seen it.
Certainly have. Certainly have heard. Tell me more about this Airness and Rakshasa.
Based off my understanding, it's basically they're more or less hitmen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, I think it was one of the brothers, stuck his nose into something that ended up not being quite as sweet as he thought it was. And it bit back.
So do you think the intentions of this assassins are more personal than that has to do with the dragon cultists and their pursuits?
I don't think they're directly connected. I think this is a completely different issue.
Interesting. Okay.
But I think we made it a little more personal when we killed one of their crew. And even more
Yeah.
personal when the Aranyes recognized me.
I think between the Aranyes and killing a crew member of a Rakshasa, you've all but painted targets on yourselves forever. What's stressing me out is that the deeper we dive into the darker corners of Waters Deep and the Sword Coasts, less likely we are to find any information on why these assassins are coming for you. Or at least for them, I should say. I mean, it's certainly come into question with some interrogations when it comes to some of the cultists, and they certainly know little. It seems as though the cultists that we capture know absolutely nothing about anything of value. At one point, Thief's Cant was used and then intercepted, and I believe that may have started a bit of the chase between these assassins and your friends, but since then we can't find the order, we can't find the kill order, we can't find any connections. So be careful. Someone in your group is certainly pissed off the wrong person, and I agree with you that it's only made matters worse, the encounters you've had with them. Do not expect that to have gone away so easily.
I don't expect it to end until they're dead or we're dead.
Make sure it's them.
Always.
Now, before I leave, is there anything you have for me?
What do I know that you don't? Nothing.
We know that not to be true. And she turns back away from the window and then beelines it to the door, continuing to give your privacy as she exits.
Before she leaves, I'll call after her. I said, Ramalia, or Ramilla. God damn it. It's fine. Ramilla, you keep telling us to be careful, but you should heed your own warnings.
Long ago, I realized my downfall will be the blade in my back. And she shuts the door behind her.
Astrid will just slowly finish getting dressed and looking semi-presentable and head down to get food.
Okay. In the meantime, down at a table, kind of catty corner from the large table in which most of the head of the council sits, you find Valen, Vamel, Darfarius, all just like just fucking throwing food into their face. Alex, if you could just highlight the hallway or the chamber.
DN, I would like to protest. I won't eat the same way Das Ferris eats.
Okay. Yes. I guess no one assumed that you would. My bad.
Highlight the.
I just like scrolling just so that we're focused more on the
down here?
great hall.
Okay.
I imagine Valen eats much like they show Remy from Ratatouille eating, like with like all the colors and like
Thank
jazzy
you.
music playing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Em.
To be fair, that's how I think Sarah eats as well.
I just like it. It's like, yes, I eat like a rat. Thank you for being respectful of my character. Several minutes go by as you all kind of make your way down into the great hall, in which you guys have the option to eat. You do see the doorway straight across from yours that would lead up to the staircase on the opposite tower. What are you guys doing?
Have I found the Arcane Brotherhood yet, or are we doing anything?
Well, either you role play eating, or you say, "Hey, you're headed up to the tower
I skipped eating. I went straight there.
What?
I skipped eating and I went straight there.
Okay. So you had crossover and you start going up the winding staircase. You find a door wide open. Very familiar in the layout. It is a large open chamber, but instead of the comforts that you're familiar with in your own shared space, this one is very kind of dark. Candles lit all over the room. The wax is melting over their candelabras and the things that hold them in place. And you see several of the Brotherhood scurrying as they have books in hand, as they kind of pour through tomes and as such.
I'll try to find a person with the least amount of books in their hand, or looks like the least busy, and I'll try to get their attention. Be like, "Excuse me, hello, can I'm looking for Flankar or Glisk."
I am Flankar. This is Glisk.
Hi, name's Darking. I'm with
Darkwing. We've heard much about you.
Great. Vermilla sent us over. We are currently tasked with. We have to go on a mission, and we're trying to find.
Mission.
Yeah.
Mission. Going on a mission.
Yeah, we're trying to find someplace. Do you know Zonthal's Tower?
Oh my word! Yes, Zantal Tower. Yes.
Where is that?
Where is it? In the mindscape, or here on this immortal plane?
I assume on the mortal plane.
That's what I said. Mortal plane. On the mortal. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Come here. Come here. Glisk. No, I'm Glisk. Flisk? No, I'll get it. And he goes over to one of the shelves and he grabs.
Am I talking to one person or two people?
Yes.
No, I was asking the DM.
2 persons.
Okay.
Very weird he is. Okay. And he rolls out this scroll here. Look here.
Okay.
No, look here.
Okay.
Much better. Yep.
Make me pantomime over Discord. You're such a jerk.
Very lovely hair. Now, what are you looking for again?
Zonthal's Tower.
Zonthal's Tower. Yes! Oh, sorry. And then he rolls back up the scroll. Then he goes over and he grabs another one. And he rolls it out.
What did this first scroll look like?
I know, right?
Coast.
Okay.
Yes. This is Zandal's Tower. Much better. Your hair smells lovely.
Thanks. Do I recognize where it is?
Of course not. You've never been there.
If we need
If
to,
you've been there, if he'd been there, he would not need to ask where it is.
where? How would I get there?
Oh, we will take you.
Oh. What all? Is it a normal mage's tower, or is it something they study there special? What is
this is legendary. Sandal Towers is a legendary wizard's tower. Among the most legendary wizard towers. Probably the most legendary wizard tower. Would you say it's the most legendary wizard's tower? Yes. He agrees. What are we doing? Oh yeah. Xantho's Wizard's Tower, legendary as it is protected by a hedge maze.
Oh, no more mages or mazes. Oh no.
No, this one is a hedge maze. You surely have never run into a hedge maze.
Yes. The worst kind of hedge mazes.
This one may move and shift.
They always seem to move and shift.
God, what? Where have you been?
We had a fun run-in recently in the Feywild.
Well,
Whimsical and joking kind of runs off on the Fey.
this hedge maze at the center is a tower. Did you have that?
There was a castle, like a whole like thing. It also floated at the end. I mean, in the maze there were like monsters, shops, people trying to kill us, people trying to sell things to us, the whole 9 yards.
Yes, but do they have a powerful wizard named Xantho, who's an extraordinary figure?
I didn't see him there exactly. I assume no.
Okay, well then. Did he ever begin as a lowly adventurer? And he traveled across Faerun and beyond, reaching distant Zakhara Kakartur? No, it is different, right?
Yes, it's definitely different.
Okay, because he even reached Mastika. His work focused on the conjuration and elemental evocation, so he often kept elementals and genies for company.
Question: what is the meaning of evocation?
Say that. Which question? Which word are you asking about, Terry?
The evocation?
Evocation.
Evoking. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Never
Because
mind.
I was about to bring over my brother Google to answer that for you.
I don't even know how to spell that. How can I Google it? DM. Come on.
Xanathal prized solitude, so he designed his tower
Sure.
and its surrounding hedge maze to deter intruders and unwanted visitors, such as you. Don't be scared. This is just a story.
It's a good story.
Over a century ago, the wizard kicked his apprentices out and sealed the tower forever. No one knows what happened to Xantho or what he has been up to in the intervening decades, or whether he's even still alive. But if you listen real close, you can hear him sometimes. If you are there, I am sure, not here. It does no good to try to listen to here.
I'm loving
Does
this.
nothing.
This character is really good.
Some think he must have become a lich. No, I'm sorry. Some think he was a bitch, while others believe he's just dead. All that's certain is that the hedge maze remains a frustrating barrier. And the spells and wards protecting the tower against entry are powerful as ever.
Interesting. Tell me more.
No, that's it. I mean, we can also teleport you to a village outside, because we don't have any resources to get you inside the castle walls.
Okay, so you can get us at least outside. That's nice.
Yeah, to the village. It's a hedge maze. I don't fuck with those.
Do you have?
Can you imagine
if
having to face 2 hedge mazes?
I know, right?
Crazy. What
I mean,
an originality.
I know how we face the hedge maze, but how would you and all your magical abilities and skills, how would you handle a hedge mage of this caliber so we can compare notes?
Off the top of my head, a machete.
More less magical of an answer than I was expecting. But very good.
Up right through it. So, do you need more from me?
I think we're waiting for the rest of my group to get here for one, we set off, and two, see if there's any other questions. But while I have you here, I had recently, our whole group, but I had recently talked to we visited the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskin, and I had was starting.
It's a shame what happened to them.
What do you mean? What had happened to them?
You don't know?
We've seen them like a few days ago. What's something changed?
We were calling it the Great Collapse.
Holy shit.
It seems as though...
The purge of all
They
of
had
Eva's NPCs?
Huh?
Nothing. Continue.
Seems as though they had uncovered a portal in between 2 places. And some of our brothers decided to maybe go into the tunnels, the space in between those 2 places, and creates a machine that fracked. And fracked and it fracked and it fractured until it destroyed time and space itself. And it collapsed on itself. And the great Luskin tree was partially destroyed.
Did anyone survive?
Oh, there was plenty of survivors. I should have said that first. No, everybody's safe. It's just the tree's like this now.
Oh,
But
I mean, it's a beautiful tree. Can they fix it?
no, because it's time and space are collapsing.
It's an ongoing collapse. Is the world doomed in this collapse? Like, is it like we started?
I know. What happened was then there was an explosion, there was a tunnel, and they built a machine. Someone told them, if we build a machine in the tunnel and make noise, something would happen. And instead, it collapsed. And then the tree fell sideways. Where?
All right. Well, I did. Do you have a way to contact those in the Luskin? Um, could could you send a message to McKeth or any other ones over there, and
Of course.
tell them that uh, M&A found uh, uh, Val Valmar and
Lisk. Go.
and
The guy you're talking to actually runs off because he's Glisk.
I was
Blankar is standing in front of you like, what?
what was he Klisk?
Yeah. No, that was Glisk.
He definitely said he was. Are you Plankar?
Yeah. I'm Blankar.
Hi, I'm Darking.
No, I was standing here. I know you don't have to do that.
Right. I understand.
No, you don't have to. I understand what's going on. I also know that you're the one that asked them to put the thing in the tunnel, and that's why it collapsed. I mean, look, Glisk, he was kind of born into this. Like, you know, his dad was part of the Brotherhood, and he experimented a lot with magic as a youth. Don't worry about it. I am a little concerned
Is Luskin
that
okay?
no, Luskin, it's kind of fucked, man. That portal collapsed and fucked up a lot of shit, man. Those two doorways are not supposed to touch, is what I've gathered. I know what your intention was. This is to find your brother, right?
Yeah, it was
When
more
I
to
heard,
send off like
yeah.
a location or a
So what
beacon
happened
or-
is not, it was not good though. The result, I'm glad you found him. I think that's what you just told Gliss to go do. I'm glad you found it, but turns out we shouldn't fuck with the astral plane in between doorways.
Yeah,
I think
I definitely said that at one point because that shit definitely is how he got lost in the first place.
yeah. Totally. So, anyways, yeah, they're dealing with that. It's all hands on deck. Real shit show back home. But hey, we're here, and I'm supposed to help you. Like I said, we can get you outside of Xanthel's tower. The hedge
it
maze is
also-
no joke.
Okay,
Hedge
there
maze
is still a
is.
hedge maze. All right, cool.
I mean,
And it's a
in the realm of
magical hedge
possibilities,
maze and
hedge
not-
mazes are like the top tier of fuck you places.
Okay, but this is a magical hedge mage, not just someone that needs a good yard maintenance.
I'd go with either or, maybe try it.
Great.
I think if you could just chop right through it, like that idiot said, somebody else would have done it a long time ago.
I mean, we have a really good weed whacker on our group, so we could probably.
I think if Glisk thought of it, somebody else probably did 100 times.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I just don't wanna-
Yeah, me too. I was a little afraid that you might follow through and do what Glisk said.
I'm sure someone's still gonna try. Just to be safe. Is there a musician perchance also in the hedge maze? Just out of curiosity.
I have no idea how to answer that.
Okay, just wondering.
That's a deep cut for someone who's not here.
It was just a question that I felt like I'm compelled to ask. I guess the last thing I'm here. While I was in Luskin the first time, and I guess a little
Before
bit
you help
since,
destroy it?
they said they knew what they were
Low
doing.
blow. I'm just fucking you, man.
I
Go ahead.
didn't. I was asking for help. They said that they knew what they were doing. I was trusting.
I'm
And
just
regardless,
fucking with you. What's the
I'm-
question?
I do want to help. Control. How do you become more of a member? Like, what is?
Well,
I'm already
certainly.
sort of doing stuff, but like, I wanted to see what else I could
Here,
do.
look, I wasn't born into it like Lisk, as you could tell. A little bit of brains up top. What I did, gather as much knowledge, scrolls, books, the sorts. You know, they love that shit back home. Another thing I do is I leveled up. Leveling up. I'm sorry. Let me tell you what I call it. All right, this is a weird term for you, but at one point I could conjure little things. I could do what I did is I made it more impressive, right? So then I go back home and I say, hey, check this out. Yeah, you guys saw me
Yeah,
a month ago.
I've gotten. I understand about growing.
I'm just trying to help you out, man. You gonna be a dick about this?
No, I was just curious.
I'm giving you good. I'm
sorry.
telling you.
I continue. I'm sorry.
All right, will you let me? Okay. So what was the first thing I said?
That you would level up.
That was the second thing I said. All right. Well, maybe you're more Glick speed, huh? First thing I said, bring them knowledge. They love that shit. Here's a book.
Write this
Here's
down.
yeah, please do if you know how to write. Good lord. Bring them knowledge, scrolls, books, spells. Okay? Then, second thing. What was the second thing?
Level up.
Level up. There you go. Third thing, don't destroy their sacred city.
What happens if you already fucked up the third thing?
Well, then do 1 and 2 super good.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I got. When you're ready to head to the outskirts of Zenthal, I'll meet you downstairs, brother.
Appreciate it.
But for now, I think we're just going to go for break.
You breaking the fourth wall has fucked me up so many times tonight. You were in and out of the fourth wall so much.
I know.
You literally almost murdered me.
Which one almost did you die on?
That character was really good, man. Viva, good job.
Which one? What? Oh, the first. I don't know. It was one of the digs about like destroy their. Yeah. It was just timed really perfectly.
The Google one killed me. The
Google one was really
the
good.
Google
but
one was too good.
The one where you were like, the last time I was at Luskin, and he goes, "Oh, I mean, before you helped destroy it."
They were very confident. I asked the question.
All right. So we did take a break, David, while you were gone.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
I'm starting now. Sorry.
All good. That was fun. you're still standing here.
I get lost.
Yeah, like I said, no. I mean,
I'll
no, yeah, right.
We probably have to do a few
Well,
things.
yeah.
We'll find you downstairs when we're ready to go.
Totally.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm really
It's
bad with
awkward.
awkward exits. I'll just.
I am. Yeah.
You're done.
All right, man.
Just gonna walk awkwardly out.
And he does the brotherhood sign. Oh, you don't know it? All right.
That
You'll
is
learn
so
it. You'll learn.
forceful,
Don't worry.
Frank.
Don't worry.
What did you just do to me?
Eva, have you tried improv?
Have I tried what?
Improv.
He's doing it
Why?
right now.
I got this.
It's killing me.
No, but like
You just see
improv.
DW kind of like stumble down out of that circle staircase, just in shambles. You've seen him take a licking, but the way he walks out of there is confounding to you all. Well, most of you will continue to eat from this feast.
Hey.
I'll assume Astrid and Val had made it down at this point, at least by then.
Hey guys.
You okay there, bud?
Have you ever like talked to somebody and then or people and you're not really sure what the fuck happened?
Yeah, all the time. I have to talk to you guys.
I think we've been through some of the situations before. So what's up? What happened?
Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just more of like a...
Like bizarre encounter?
Yeah, like bizarro world.
Okay.
Like of a conversation.
Who
You feel
whom
like
have you talked to?
No, like I went ahead and talked to the Brotherhood. They'll be teleporting us to where we need to go. Fun fact, we got another hedge mage, probably magical, but it's outside the tower, and then we can get in and do what we need to do there. But they're not going to ask any questions and stuff like that. Also, Luskin's not doing great, just so everyone knows.
Wait, what happened to Luskin?
I kind of asked them to help look for you. One of the ideas I had was to, in the space in between the portals, to set up like a beacon or something that maybe could signal you or something. They seemed very confident that they could figure something out and do it. It wasn't something I could do, and they had a lot of people that seemed very willing to try things. Apparently, that
doesn't sound very smart.
Sure, smart went out the window when we were trying to find you.
It had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be smart. I was trying to be like just trying to find. Anyways, but the point is like we were trying to figure things out, and they seemed very capable. Anyways, probably shouldn't.
So you remember how I told you how I saw the body of a dead god out in the astral sea when when I was floating through there?
Yeah, I didn't know that before.
That means some shit happens out there.
I didn't know that beforehand.
Okay, well, just...
I know that now.
Moral of the story, don't explicitly go fucking with things you don't know about.
Sure. I think we can all learn from that statement, but at the time I didn't know that.
It's okay.
So what's the extent of Luskin then? You said it was in trouble?
Either the world is doomed or the tree has fallen, and it's somewhere between those two ranges, and I think it's more closer to the tree has fallen, but it sounded a little bit more intense than that. But it could just mean the world is just gonna implode. I'm not really sure. It
Okay,
didn't really seem.
before we go down this road, was Armageddon coming? Like, did you collect some information about what happened in Luskin?
This is why I'm telling you this. It's like it was a lot of extremes and very vague. It's very much of a brain fuck conversation. So
So
I
what,
think
like a
we're
natural disaster or something? Like what?
Luskin's is in a unique state. Just we'll see what happens with it, but there's definitely nothing we can do with it right now. I'm just telling you guys so that you guys are in the loop. That's what I found out.
Okay. I guess exactly fitting what you just told us, some very vague.
Sure. And I promise you, it's
Okay.
about as detailed as I got.
Anywho, so were you able to secure any information or possibly even like a means of transportation
Yeah,
to
we'll be able to.
Zon or something?
Yeah, I got a story about the place. It has a very legendary history, essentially. A lot of myth
Oh,
involved with it. There might have been a lich, or a bitch. The guy again was not committal to. It was always extremes with him, and giving you both possibilities. Um, but either way, there was a mage who created the tower, created the space. Since gone lost. No one really knows what's going on in there right now. It's been surrounded. Those that want to try to go to it have to traverse a hedge maze. I assume similar to the one in some form or fashion to a hedge maze that we've done in the Feywild recently.
So we have experience. Easy.
Yeah, sure, easy. That was so fun. That was always simple to do. And yeah, and then once we get in, we should be able. If we can find a way into the tower, it seems to be more of a tower rather than just a city. But once we get to the center, find the way to the tower, we can get in and do what we need to do. Get in, get out. I guess we got a way there. I don't know if we have a way out. But
well, we just have to see when we get there.
sure, maybe
To
the
cross
person,
that
the
bridge when
person
we
who's
get to it.
teleporting us there, maybe we will wait for us on the way back.
Wait, teleport? So we does get a teleportation?
Yes, we're going to be transported via magic. It seems like by
Oh,
a
okay.
member of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Well, that sounds like it's probably the quickest way to get there.
Yeah, I don't have the exact location.
Well,
I got a picture
knowing
of the tower and I got a picture of the Sword Coast. So again, both extremes, not really narrowed down.
okay, so knowing that the destination is gonna be filled with like probably magic capable people, potentially enemies,
Mhm.
or threats. Do you think it would be a good idea to actually do some like shopping or maybe armor tempering here to do some like anti-magic kind of deal?
I mean, we went to Zargos early on the week, and he seemed pretty tapped out. But if you want to stop by and see if he has anything since, or if he can do anything for you, by all
Okay.
means. But
I don't know. So okay. Can I DM? Can I as a player a question?
Mm-hmm.
Can I add more magical effect to the dragon plate I have on me?
It's if you wanted to do that, it would cost. You would need to find somebody who could do it for you. You could not personally do it, and it would
Okay.
cost a considerable amount of resources.
you're applying a magical enchantment on top of a magical enchantment, which often cancel out. So you're essentially
My
it's not a
HP is only
double.
55, and with the track records of the with magic before, I don't have much confidence of my survivability when we get to the tower. May I at least know how much it will cost me?
I will look into that. I cannot tell you that right now. What do you want? Like,
Like
sorry,
any
Terry.
kind
Like,
of like
that's
I
pretty
know,
intricate, and
I know,
and I'm
I
not saying
know,
it's
I know.
impossible. I'm just saying like I'm not smart
I
enough to answer
understand.
that
I
right now.
understand. It's fine. It doesn't have to be maybe tonight, but
Okay.
it's just something that yeah.
Terry, I will say while I get where you're coming from, I do want to remind you you do have tools in your kit already to help you. Specifically, you have counterspell. So
Yes, that's true.
remember that is a thing that will do what you are trying to do if you use it in the correct way.
Okay.
All right. What are y'all doing?
Um,
Well, I guess we're packing it up and get ready to be teleported, right?
well, I guess before we have some time. We told him we'll meet him downstairs. Um,
Okay.
so, but we didn't really set a set time. I wanted to reach out to the the sending stone to the captain was failed, which makes me concerned. So I wanted we haven't spoken with Shyvanis in a while, so I want to check in with Vandalin. So just give me a second to do that, and then if we need to go to Zargos, is Astrid with us?
Yep.
If you want to see Zargos before we go, we can do that too. So I'll take out the sending stone. Balin, you have any messages for Shyvanis?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
Wish the people in town and her well.
Gotcha.
Beyond that, I don't think we need anything from. Well, I need anything from Fenelon or from her.
Gotcha. So
Do you mind asking her if that favor I asked her for is been taken care of? She'll know what I'm talking about.
Sure. I take out the sending stone and I activate it, and I go, "Hi, Shyvanis. Checking in. There's been some activity. Be wary of unusual storm clouds. Let us know how Fandalin's doing. Val's interested in how his favor has turned out."
You hear a response. Okay. Uh-huh. And yes, it is magnificent.
Oh boy.
I assume you heard that.
Yeah. Well, we may want to try and get a trip to Vandalin at some time in the near future.
Your sending stone kind of rings, and it says, like, this last bit of sentence kind of trailed off, and it said, "Y'all are ready to come through."
Oh, we had a teleportation sigil created our keep. I guess we could use that now. Who is that being made with? Ramilla would know.
Who are you asking? Ramilla's not around.
I know, but Ramilla was one of the ones coordinating it, wasn't she? She got some. I guess it would be members of the Arcane Brotherhood or some mages.
It was not the Arcane Brotherhood. It was somebody else.
Oh, it was was either the Lord's Alliance or the Gauntlet, maybe. Regardless, Ramilla would know, right? Because she was helping coordinate that.
Order. Okay, I got it. In bold, in my notes, the Order of the Gauntlet has been working on installing a teleportation circle in the keep.
There we go.
All right.
From January 30th, 2021.
January.
So it's been over a year. Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah.
So
Episode 56.
Let's go.
96 episodes ago.
Let's go find a member of the Order of Gauntlets, or that can.
As you guys stand there kind of contemplating this in the Great Hall, you see a familiar Brotherhood, member of the Brotherhood. He's like, fuck, man. Really? Follow me. They're not as bright as you, right? And he points to Liam. Come on. He takes you back across the Great Hall into a winding staircase that leads down to the basement. The further you go down, you guys start to recognize where you've been.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have done this once before. There is a teleportation circle down in the basement of this keep, and he leads you to it. All right. I can't believe I can't believe the Sword Coast hinges on idiots like you, but fuck. If Gliss can do it, you all can too. And he leads you into the center of this room, and then he goes behind this kind of like stone architecture in which he starts to go ahead. You with your hand raised.
Where is it? Just to confirm, where are you currently sending us to? Because we had a couple of places that we maybe end up going, and then outside of the game, where are we going?
He just kind of like, Jesus Christ, and he comes over and he whispers it to you. I'm gonna take you to your stronghold.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I know you guys are paranoid, but don't worry. So,
I'll like
for all of you,
slip him a gold.
yeah.
That's a tip.
Oh, I'll take it. Everybody, just think positive thoughts.
Wait, is that important? No.
You'll find out. And then he goes
Loses
behind
his
that,
other arm.
and he just starts conjuring something. And all of a sudden, you guys who had been standing in this, the world starts to like waver and shift. And you guys feel very small. You guys feel very thin. And you guys feel very wet. And then there you are. And you just hear this dripping. And you look around and you find yourselves in a place some of you recognize. This place is in the underbelly of the M&A Keep in the town of Phandalin. And a map buried so deep in amongst my shit, I cannot find it.
It's funny because you use that map like 100 times.
I will find it, and it will be amazing when I do. May not be today, it may not be tomorrow, or next week. Fuck, or even the week after. Where the fuck is this map at? Anyways, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to roleplay.
Oh wow, we gotta fix that
I
leak.
don't remember teleporting feeling like that.
I'm sorry, who was that? And where are we?
I think, according to the information, we're somewhere close to the Xana. I really can't step.
Valen, look around. You're literally standing in the manor that you got from the people of Phandalin.
This is welcome home.
We're back in Phandalin.
What?
We're back
There's
in
there's
Phandalin.
the M&A crest is literally hanging on the wall right there.
How do we get here?
I look down at my feet.
Did it
I
scramble his
assume-
brains?
I assume the teleportation sigil that the Order was working on is complete.
Valen takes a second and he starts to recognize. Man, it seems like a lifetime ago when you guys had crept through the sewers into this basement and fought off a handful of the Red Brand soldiers that once occupied this manor.
Ah,
Remember, there was a. Oh fuck! What was it called?
I
I
think
can remember
last-
it. Or what was it called? What's the one-eyed, scary thing called, Viva? Early on that we fought.
Boulder?
Oh, Grick.
No. It's looks more humanoid.
but
We got talent
okay,
from it.
but anywho, yeah. So why are we here?
Starts with a G though. We're checking in on Phandalin while we can. Apparently, they finished the sigil, and we haven't been back in a while. And it
Okay.
sounds like Val had a favor that's completed. So
Yeah, I've got a really quick errand to go run.
Oh, was
and apparent-
Chiffonus?
Yeah, and apparently because our sigil got completed, we can make this a much quicker trip than we had before.
True.
and we can go check.
All
on
right,
we can go check on Sylvanas and talk to
Yeah,
her
let's
about defenses
let's
of the
go
town.
check on Sylvanas. Astrid, is this your first time here to Phandalin?
Second.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
She came
Well, we
Vamos,
stopped
this
by
is-
when we came down from the
We fought.
what's
We
that
came back
place
on our way
called?
from Luskin,
yeah,
I think.
we fought.
Yeah.
We stayed here for about a week, and we fought the
Ugh.
Rakshasa and everyone.
Yeah.
To the west.
We
side.
upgraded the thumb petty here, right? I
Yeah.
remember.
That's right.
Vomal, this is
Yeah.
this is the keep that our group has inherited for saving this town. This is pretty much our home base. We'll show you around and introduce you to the people when we meet them.
Their face says, "I'll take you. I'll show you the important stuff," and he takes him off to his favorite pub.
Something iron or giants or something. I don't remember.
Be careful. All right, whatever. All right, let's go. Let's go let
The
Sylvanas
Sylvanas?
know that we showed up.
Yep.
You head upstairs into your manor, which you hadn't been very familiar with, and every time you guys seem to come back to this, you see more and more people here. This time you see considerable amount of the members of the Gauntlet, and now you see members of the Brotherhood. Sylvanas with her bright red skin, these horns that kind of curl back. So good to see you all.
Hi, Shyvanas.
Every time they send more help, I assume it's only good news because they would not reinforce us such greatly if it didn't mean that you guys were more successful.
Yeah, they seemingly continue to assume that we aren't going to make it back. And every time we do, apparently they send some more help this way. That or they're just trying to keep their supposed assets up here protected.
My experience, they don't care about my assets. And she kind of winks.
Well then, with the continual growth of everything up here, it looks like more and more members of the Order and the Brotherhood are showing up. So hopefully things are.
Oh, Vandalin is becoming quite the stronghold. Look, you guys are very busy. I expect you to be here for one night only. You are going to each receive one bath, and you all must take it.
Why are you looking
You.
at me?
I'm looking at every one of you, you stinky motherfuckers.
Just took a bath.
Well,
And like Valen's like sniff his own clothes is like, is it really that bad?
it is. Makes me want to
God.
jump out of your window this time.
Damn, bird.
Well, I have something to show you. Please,
Ah, yes.
meet me in the other room.
Of course.
In which she takes you into would have been like kind of the kitchen. It's enormous. You see a handful of there's some kobolds, there's some city folk all working kind of in this kitchen creating food and other things, but on one of the counters closest to the outside door there's this wrapped package. I believe you came home for this.
I mean, yeah, it's. You said it was magnificent, and. I mean, this is. I truly appreciate you working on this.
I did nothing
secretively as you did.
I did nothing other than keep an eye on it. I do have an itch to see it used.
That will depend on whom this gift is for.
Right.
And Val picks up the item. Well, let's go see how this goes. Yes.
Well, hold on. He gave me this. I don't know how long it will last. But he promised me before he passed that it'd be quite extraordinary. And I hand you a tiny gem that has this kind of orange glow to it. We'll figure it out.
I hope so, but sometimes he can be really dense.
Yeah. That's been my experience with all of you.
Fair enough. And this is a very, very kind gift. Thank you. And Val will start to walk back out towards the rest of the group. Look around. Hey, Liam. Come here, I've got something for you.
I approach. I don't know if you need a verbiage on it. I don't know.
Hit X to interact.
Yeah, I know. It was like, I don't know.
I hold down.
It was too much of a long pause in between.
Val all of a sudden becomes an NPC and just stands there waiting.
Hit yes or no. Do you accept this hug?
There is no hug.
There is no hug.
I know you spend a lot of time worrying about me, worrying about everyone around you, and that you spend a lot of time thinking about everybody else. So I spent some time with the help of Shivanis and a couple of others around working through Wave Echo to to try and craft something that might aid you as you continue to try and honestly shoulder a little too much responsibility alone. But anyways, we've never been good at this, but here you go. I'll hand over the item, or at least hold out the item.
I'm pantomiming.
As you go to grab it, it's covered in this paper sheets.
I slowly unwrap it. What do I find?
It's a bomb.
As
Not
you
another
pull,
one.
As you continue to pull this way, you start to see the rough skin of dragon, this intricate work of bone, and this. As you pull away, you see this kind of miraculous design of a bow carved and made entirely of a dragon.
Wow.
This is black skin, right?
I don't think we had one, so you can whichever.
Okay, so anyways, this bow, intricate design, made of this incredibly durable, powerful resources and you recognize the parts. This is from your first dragon kill. Built and made from the first time your brother had gone and taken the resources of your dragon kills. And it dawns on you that after that monumental kill, he had taken the parts into Phandalin and requested it be built by that most amazing crafter that you guys had all encountered, who carved your armor, who had built your tools.
This is. Did we say what it was? Because you're saying
It's a bow.
Okay. As you said, like you're describing everything, but what it was. This is. Wow. Are you sure? I mean, seems quite a tool, quite a weapon.
Well, if you remember, and Val reaches back behind him and pulls out his dragon bone bow. You had this crafted for me some time ago, so I thought it fitting to return the favor with a weapon in kind, but with a little bit of flair from the smiths over at the Wave Echo Forge. That
I mean,
give it a little bit more of an enchanting feel.
Do you know what it does, or do I need to find out?
I'm gonna leave that up to you. You can. I don't think it's gonna take your arm off if that's what you're worried about.
I can only do that so many times. I hope.
There are ways.
You only have 2 arms.
There are magics to regrow things and to replace things.
All right, we don't need to keep joking about it, guys. Sorry. We're good. We're good. Let me spend some time with
This
it.
was also. This also came with the bow. This is what left for you from Shyvanis and a friend. And I'll hold out the gem.
I take it.
Do an investigation check, please. As you kind of like thumb this gem through your hand, you see amongst like the hilt of the bow a place to put this gem.
I go ahead and
And
slot it.
You slot it, and as you draw back the arrow, it starts to grow this flame enchantment on it.
Wow.
Okay. This is a little bit better than the bow that I got you.
Wow.
I
To
mean,
say the least.
I did feel only just a little bit bad that I kind of, I just like kind of gesture towards the arm. Just a little though. I'd do it again.
I mean, I think I'll let you do
What?
it again too at this point.
But yeah, this had been in the works for.
Is there a place outside I
Sometime.
can go use it?
I'm very sure there are places.
You're very familiar with the keep. The keep being on the hill. Again, Fandom had been built around it. You know that they're on the backside of it, where you used to land Thompeti, is this enormous field.
All right. Oh yeah. I guess we'll stick it up to the roof and I'll go shoot this bad boy. It's not gonna use up the jewel, I assume, right? It's not like a one-time use thing.
I am not positive about that.
I'm seeing people
Fana
look
says-
around and I'm really nervous.
Shyvanis, who had been watching, he says, I don't believe that's how that works, but
All right, just double checking. I'd rather not just use it all off of the. All right, let's take it off to the roof and we'll shoot this off.
okay. I want you to roll a d4, please. You let loose this arrow, and it just ignites in the air. And it, as you see it soar across this hill, it lands amongst this hay pile, in which there was a bunch of donkeys and animals, and then immediately this farmer's land just ignites.
I knew.
And you just
I was like, he's
hear-
gonna make me kill something. There's no way I
No,
can shoot this
okay,
onto
so
something without. He's like, roll something.
here's
How
the
many
thing.
things am I killing?
Oh, here's the thing. 1 and 4 were death. 2 and 3, you would have just shot it into this grass. That was how I was gonna play it.
Okay, I was just like, you gotta be kills me. I was like, thank God it's a minimal amount of carnage.
Nope. One was the farmland. 4 was that church that you
Yeah.
guys try to hustle people to. 3 and 4 was just the enormous amount of land in between. So you just see this farmland ignite. This donkey who's caught on fire just keeps like running in and out of hay stacks and lighting everything on fire.
Oh no.
Oh Lord, this is why I don't want you guys all to come back at the same time. I will take care of this. Just give me a minute. And Shyvanis like exits down through the stairs and rushes off.
I'm just gonna sulk away
Well,
from the side. It definitely works.
that was
The gemstone remains to shine, this orange shine, despite that arrow being shot.
Awesome.
well. Hopefully next time you can use that to like
Yeah,
you can
I'm
do that to
definitely
like
gonna do
somebody
this.
we actually mean to do that to.
Yeah, definitely shoot it at things I mean to shoot.
I mean, hey, if
Poor
we have to
donkey.
go into a hedge maze, and you might need to light part of that on fire. Now you've
Yeah, I think
There
this
you
is
go.
step one. We set it on fire. Let's try that first.
Let's not try that first. But I'm just saying, it's just another tool in your arsenal. Just be smart about it. Be careful where you point it. Don't put somebody's eye out with it unless you mean to, unless they deserve it. Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Yep.
The same things that Mom always told us.
Right. She always understood.
Hey, she was accurate beyond anything else.
Hey. Anything else you guys have?
When Shyvanas comes back, we don't have to RP it out, but I would say we want to give her a quick update on what we found out, and I would want to give her a more detailed explanation of what we understood the storm to be, and just for her to relay to the guards of Phandalin, and just for them to be secured and prepared in case anything like that happens. I'm assuming they are, but I just don't want them to. I want them to be ready.
You guys discussed this over at dinner. Shyvanas tells you. I appreciate that you come with us to this knowledge. The worst circumstances has provided us with maybe the best results. When they did what they did to Red, it rallied so many in the area to Phandalin. You will not find an ogre, an orc, or a goblin within 100 miles of us now.
Still, I'm
I
so
understand.
thankful for that.
Still, we are.
And if you have any updates for us, or you have any concerns, the sending stone is 2 ways. So feel free to, first sign of trouble or something you need to tell us, just feel free to use it. It's there for you to give us information.
I have one more thing and I need you to come upstairs.
Okay.
She leads you up those stairs, the stairway that arch across the top. She leads you to her bedroom. Liam. They've come here twice. Looking for you. We talked about it the first time. Second time was much more discreet. They came and they talked amongst the villagers. They wandered through the streets of Phandalin, asking about your whereabouts, asking about your weaknesses, your strengths. Somebody has taken you very personal.
I'm sorry.
No. Do not apologize. We are fine here. I don't need you to protect us. We lost Red. That's what happened. We've only grown stronger since. Do not take a second to think about what we're gonna do. Protect yourselves and understand that they continue to look for you.
I mean, so far our biggest protection has been we're always on the move for the most part. But they've obviously found us
on the move.
They found us.
So being on the move has not protected you.
Yeah, they found us where we were heading.
Since when?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? They found you on the move since when? Think about the first date they found you. How? When you ventured the world and you've teleported, taken airships. How many different ways have you moved across the Sword Coast? When is the first time they found you? When is the second time they found you? When is the... How many encounters have you had?
We don't have magical protections on being found, but I have done I did do an identify on the ring that they sent back.
It has nothing to do with the ring you sent back.
Then it's just me.
Sure. You can say that. Or they're following you. Or they're following all of you.
I mean, yeah, but they also got ahead of us sometimes too, so.
I'm saying. They know where you're at. They know what you're doing. Just be careful.
Thank you. There's gonna be a point where it comes to a head, and we're gonna have to stop what we're doing and take care of this. It hasn't come to that yet, but it will come to it soon, I think.
Indeed. In the meantime, enjoy that crafted weapon. Your brother put a lot of effort into it, and so did and so did the people of Fandolin.
Thank you. What's Fandolin's ability to craft more in the meantime?
And we can give us several months. We can do anything you want. I believe that particular item has been in the works since
Yeah, I don't have the calendar, so I have no idea.
I think the calendar's also. I think it was only 2 months, but
no, it has not been 2 months.
it's been more or less.
It's been a long time.
Went from Fandolin.
I want to say 3 months, maybe.
Time's difficult to track sometimes. Oh, I guess it has been that much because we did do there back. Since we went to WaterDeep, we went to do. Yeah, that sounds alright. I still think it's close. It's 2 to 3 months, I think. Since we've been.
I think it's been 3 months at the very least.
That's fine. It's been a year and a half otherwise, so like
Yeah, real time, it's been a long time.
Yeah, like I had to remind David.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
been a
in
long
October,
time.
landed in Fandolin, started crafting October. November, December, January. It's been about 4 months.
4 months.
In the game.
4 months in game. God knows how long that is outside a game.
a year and 3 months.
No, like the last time we were here, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, David said it was January 30th or something like that.
January 30th,
Anyways.
2021 was when we were here last.
It was the Draken Horde. You guys jumped from the Sky Castle. You guys woke up next to a river.
That was when we jumped from the sky.
March south.
We came down from.
You guys fought Akuntush, teleported, then woke up after Akuntush, then the Dragonhorn, and then a week later you guys were in Fandolin, and you landed in Fandolin and started crafting.
So was that before?
And then I got bored of taking notes.
Tom Petty?
No, we took Tom Petty to to go chase the Dragonhorn up north, and then we brought this back down. So it was after because we got Tom Petty retrofitted while we were here last, and then we went west of here and we fought the Rakshasa and that's when we killed one of them.
We've done a lot.
We've done a lot.
We've done a lot.
Taking a while. So appreciate that goddamn bow.
I do. Well, let's see if anyone in the group needs anything, and we can get that in. It might be helpful because obviously it's a big request, but it's super helpful to have it in process. And do you need anything else from us? I know you keep saying no, but I just want to make sure.
Well, here. Take this. She grabs a quill, piece of paper, hands it to you. It says no.
Oh. All right, and that's where we end the night.
All right, we're done.
Just end it right there.
Let's call it. All right, good night. Thank you for joining us. We will pick it up from wherever we left off.
Bye, everybody. God, I just got slayed.
Actually, I was going to. I actually was planning something to say to everybody before you leave
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
Fenland, but